Holy shiz. Why don't I ever have gauges in when I do videos anymore? Hey guys, what's up? It's Vic. And welcome to an XY Chronicles. Hooray! It's been forever since I've done one of those. I know, I'm sorry, my apologies, and all that stuff. I don't have music in this video because the last video I did of me cutting my hair had music in it and it got copyrighted like that. So I'm like, you know what? F YouTube, F YouTube's rules. I'm just gonna make a video of me speaking, and if you want background music, then literally type in some music you like, open it in a new tab, and press play, and turn the music down enough to where you can hear my voice. That is how we're gonna do things from now on. If you don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's just how it has to be. Tired of my videos being flagged. Okay, so in this XY Chronicles, as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about man-stration. Haha. It's funny because it's a pun. Hold on, I need to do something. I apologize, I should have done that before I started. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, now this topic is very sensitive for me, and you may be thinking, why the hell are you talking about this, Vic, if it makes you uncomfortable? I feel like XY Chronicles started off as a window into my progress. Spoiler alert, I have not made any progress. The only difference is my voice is a little deeper, and that's because of me personally training it to be deep. And I haven't even really been training it, I've just been talking deeper every day, and it just kind of naturally is deep now. That's it. I have not started tea, I have not had surgery, I have not raised any money for any of those things, I have discontinued my gender therapy because I can't afford it. I'm literally just going through life. I have a binder. That's about the only thing that I wear now that pertains to me being trans. I don't even wear my Packers anymore because I lost the fucking jockstrap. So, hooray! So, XY Chronicles started off as being a journey or a look into my progress. Since I'm not making progress, I've decided to turn XY Chronicles, for the moment, into an advice thing. Kind of like my Puff Times used to be. Now I still have those and I'm remaking them public. I don't really know why I made them unlisted. I think it was probably because I had a dysphoric episode where I felt like every one of my videos revealed my true identity, which is me. So, I don't know. At the time I felt dysphoric because I felt like I appeared more feminine in those videos, or I said my government, or something happened where I said a female pronoun about myself. Oh my god. But I feel like I need to accept the fact that I used to identify as a female. I did, and that was me, and I can't change that. You know, I'll have been out as transgender for 3 years in March. Yay. Congrats, Vic. Thanks, I know. So, yeah, so I decided to turn XY Chronicles into a advice or tips series, kind of a trans survival guide video series. At least for trans males. I don't really know about trans females. If, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of really good YouTubers who do male to female transition advice. So I need to look more into that because, you know, I tend to watch more MTF videos because I'm like, or I mean FTM, wow, FTM videos because I'm like, oh, that's going to be me soon, testosterone and stuff, I'm interested in that, so I want to know, you know, all that, but I do have to admit sometimes those videos make me a little jealous, and I get a little discouraged because I'm not as far along as another guy, but it's cool. So anyway, this video I want to talk about menstruation, or more commonly, periods. So, I don't like them. I'm not comfortable with them. And every time I start mine, I get really, really dysphoric. And I'm trying to work on that because, you know, you can't help it. I mean, there's preventative measures. You can take birth control, or you can get one of those little arm implant thingies. My fiance has one of those. They last for like 3 years. But she has to get hers taken out soon, so she's terrified, and the procedure sounds scary. So, that would not be for me. There's, I think, another one where they go in vaginally and put in, like, something that lasts for like 5 years or 10 years, I can't remember. But that aside, or you could just have it for a week and then deal with it and then blah, or, you know, I already said birth control. However, there's an experience that I had when I was younger that caused me to be extra anti-menstruation. Now, I mean, if it's not already unappealing enough, I mean, you're bleeding like fatally for up to 7 days, and you know, I'm guessing that's where they got the idea for the ring. You know, you die in 7 days. You know, most people can bleed for 7 days and not die, and that's pretty awesome in my book, including myself. You know, I like to think of myself as a superhero sometimes, because I can bleed for 7 days and not be dead. But I almost died, and I'm going to tell you that story now. Also, feel free to laugh at this, because I tend to tell this story in a comical way because it made me uncomfortable when I was younger, but now I can talk about it. And it's actually sort of funny the way it happened, but thinking back, I know why I was traumatized. So, yeah. Let's rewind time, shall we? Let's just pull a little Max Caulfield. That was a game reference. I'm waiting for you to know which game that was from. Moving on. So let's rewind time, you know, to 16-year-old me. Now, I'm obviously not going to insert 16-year-old me into this video because that's a cringe in and of itself. But when I was 16, I started my period, and back then I used to identify as female, so it's okay to say period. But I started my period when I was 16. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, what? You lucky bastard. Yeah. Most of my friends in school started when they were 11, or 12, or 13, or 14, or 15, but no, I was 16, and I was also still a virgin. Yay, virginity. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 17, and I still regret it. So, yeah. Well, technically I lost my virginity when I was 16, and I'll get to that. So yeah. When I turned 16, now my birthday's in October, so around October 1st is my birthday, literally October 1st, like the 1st of October. That's my birthday. Remember that, because I want presents. So that week, like the first week of October is when I started. Now, I was 16. I knew what was going on, I thought. I had been to sex ed. I knew about the whole time of the month thing, Mother Nature, Shark Week, all those things. So I knew about that, and I knew what you had to do. I knew there were options. There was pads and tampons and birth control, but, you know, pads and tampons. Well, being 16 and being a virgin and being taught my whole life about things, you know, there was that common misconception that tampons actually take your virginity, which is in fact not true. But a lot of people believe that tampons pop your hymen, pop your cherry, which is not true. Your hymen does not pop, it stretches. So when something goes inside and you bleed for the first time, you're bleeding because your hymen's not used to being forced to stretch. But it doesn't pop, it doesn't tear, it doesn't break, it just stretches and goes back to its original form. Vaginas are weird. They can tighten and stuff. Like, you can have a fucking baby, and then it just goes right back to fucking normal. It's just science, man. Vaginas are weird. So, anyway, once that's done, you know, yeah. So, a lot of people used to say back then that tampons took your virginity, so don't use those. So I was terrified, so I was like, I'm just going to use a pad. For anyone who has never used a pad is literally a diaper. Literally a diaper. It's like a diaper Band-Aid, okay? It collects blood, yes. So when you sit, when you stand, when you're walking, yeah, ew, But I wore those because I didn't want to put something inside when nothing had ever been inside, okay? This motion is a thing. Ugh. So I went for a little while with that in. Now, I had been taught and told that periods last 3 to 7 days. So I was like, okay, 7 days. I'm assuming that my luck, I'm going to have a full week of blood. And I did. And then I had another full week after that. And then another. So that's 3 weeks of bleeding. So I'm thinking, okay, something's wrong. So I went to Google. Google was my friend back then, and still my friend now. Not for medical reasons, though. If you Google any medical symptoms, you have some sort of rare disease and you're gonna die. Just inevitable. Thank you, Google. So if you Google, I just started my period, and I've been bleeding for 3 weeks straight, and I don't know, is it gonna stop? I'm scared. Google will say, boop, if you're first starting your period, it is normal to experience irregularity in scheduling. And I'm thinking, scheduling? Like, what? Does my body just go, alright, so this week, out of this month, we're gonna bleed for 7 days. You ready for that? Yep. You hear that? Blood vessels? Yeah, 7 days, just pump blood out of this poor little child so they think that they're dying. Yes. 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 No. But then the next month, it's not gonna be the first week or the second week, it's going to be the third week. And then the next month, we're just going to throw them off and put it at the end of the month. But then the next month, we're going to put it in the middle. And then the next one, we're going to put it at the beginning. So they just have to keep buying tampons or pads until, you know, they're out of money. And they're like, what the hell did I spend all my money on? Was it food? No. Was it gas? No. Was it, what was it? It was toiletries, bitch, because I was bleeding. Yeah. So I looked that up and I was like, whew, maybe my body's just trying to regulate itself. Like, yeah, that's what it's doing. It's trying to regulate itself. Sure, okay. But then week 4 came, and week 5, and week 6, and I was really fucking confused. And then I started using tampons. That shit was scary, okay? Scary. Well, you know, back then, they only had up to Super Plus, I think. They didn't have the Ultra, like, which is like the size of a fucking quarter, like, up there. So, I was using Super Plus. I was bleeding through it within like 30 fucking minutes, okay? Now this was getting ridiculous. So then I would wear a tampon and pad combo, and I would literally bleed through that shit in like an hour, okay? I was bleeding like I had been shot in the groin repeatedly by an AK, death, okay? I can't believe I just said that, but I did. Is it 2012 again? Now that shit happened in like 2014, 2013. Oh, anyway. I don't know where he is, but I hope he's gratataing somewhere else. Okay. So, I finally was like, alright, something's wrong, but whatever. I was 16. I was uncomfortable with my body. I mean, I'm uncomfortable with my body now even more, but back then, I didn't know I was trans. I should have known. Because I didn't like this whole bleeding thing making me aware of what was going on down there. Like, yes, I was 16. No, I had never taken a mirror and gone, oh, that's what I have down there. Huh, what is it? Oh, what is it? What is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, ugh. I had never even masturbated, okay? I mean, we're getting serious here. We're getting really, like, in-depth. But I had never even, like, paid attention to what I had going on down there. Because it made me uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I still don't. I fucking hate you, you bitch. Stop bleeding. Awkward. No, but I hate it, okay? I absolutely freaking loathe my anatomy. I loathe it. Up here, I don't really mind so much. This is not a problem. This can go fuck itself. Not literally, because I don't like that either. Ugh. So anyway, the big breakthrough that happened, okay? And I remember this like as if it happened yesterday. I was sitting in class. Now, when I was 16, I was a junior in high school. So I was in chemistry class, right? And, I was in second period. No pun in fucking intended. Period. So I was in second period, and it was chemistry, and I was sitting there, and each class was like, we had 4 classes a day, and third period was lunch period, so that one was longer, but each class was like 45 minutes to an hour, I think. So I'm in there for about 45 minutes, and I'm not sure if I changed before I went, but by that time I had gotten used. Now this is the second semester of junior year, so, and I started at during the first semester, I started bleeding. So it's already second semester, so it's been like six months, I think. Yeah. It's like halfway into the year now, and I'm still bleeding. Or halfway into me bleeding for, you know what I mean. So I've been, it's been a span of time, okay? It's longer than it should have been. Alright, but I kind of gotten used to the routine. Like, you just, if you have your menstruation cycle, you just know. You have a gut feeling when, where, how, when to change, when you're bleeding through. You get used to that feeling. Like, when you stand up and it's like, oh shit, that's when you gotta change. You probably should have changed about 5 minutes ago, but it's cool. So anyway, I was used to my routine. Now I was bleeding. It was literally non-stop, profuse flow. Like, it wasn't like it would go, okay, we're good, slow down a little bit, like mellow out. No, it was like heavy, like full force, like fucking hurricane and storm and freaking tsunami of blood. Okay, just like blood, like you're bleeding, blood is everywhere, there's blood, it's all over the place, it's all over the floor, it's all over your fucking underwear, you wake up in the fucking flag of Japan, okay, a big red circle and a white, like, just don't fucking, you wipe yourself with a towel and you hold the towel up and it's like, freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened, some Silent Hill thing happened, okay, you're bleeding, that was me, hello, yeah, so, I went to stand up, like class was over, and I felt it, and I was like, and I sat back down. I sat back down so fast. And my chemistry teacher was pretty cool. He was still in college. So he was younger, and he understood, like, the use of cell phones and shit. So I was like, swerve, flip phone. Let me call my mom, called her, and was like, hey mom, I have had an emergency, and I need you to come get me from school. It wasn't a, hey mom, can you come bring me a change of clothes? Hey mom, can you come, like, to the front office and check me out and call me up there? It was, hey mom, can you come to room 511? It's just, you go straight, you go past the office, and you go down the hallway and straight, and then you make a left. And then it should be the third room on your right. Yep, 511. Okay. It's right across from the bathrooms, luckily, thank God. But I'll be sitting in my assigned seat. It's the first seat right when you walk in the room. Okay, bye, I love you. Bring a pair of pants and underwear. So, my mom, bless her, she came to the school, she checked in, she got one of those visitor passes, and then she literally walked all the way to my chemistry room. And luckily, my chemistry teacher's next class had first lunch, so there was no one in there, it was just me and him, and he wasn't even in there, he was literally in his little office part, because he knew there was something wrong. He didn't even ask, he probably thought I shit myself. He didn't even ask, he was just like, alright, whatever. So my mom came, and I had a messenger bag back then. Oh yes. So, 2006. Wait. No. So, 2008. Yeah, it was 2008 then, I think. Oh god. Was it 2008? Fuck. No, it wasn't 2000. It was 2007. No, 16. Yeah, 2007. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting my years mixed up. So anyway, it was 2008 by then. No, fuck off. It was 2008. I was still 16. My birthday's in October. Okay, 2008, I had a messenger bag. And I put that shit over my ass. And I walked to the bathroom, I changed, and then I said, Mom, can we go home? We went home, I ran a bath, and I, like, literally was in the bathtub for 3 hours. Crying, okay, in pain. And my mom was like, look, you know, after my bath, after I got out and everything, she was like, what happened? Mom, I'm bleeding. She's like, did you start your period again? I said, I never stopped my period. Well, you've got to go to the doctor. Fuck my life. Okay, she made an appointment for me at a gynecologist, an OBGYN. You know what OBGYN stands for? It stands for O, bitch, gynecologist, you're next. Because that place sucks. That made no sense, but still. So I had to go to the gynecologist, and we get there, and this was the most awkward, terrible experience my 16-year-old self had, I have to say. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing that happened to me, but it was up there. It ranks up in the top 10 worst things that have ever happened to me. So I went to this gynecologist. I had to, like, sign in and stuff, and of course they ask you all the questions like, have you ever had sexual intercourse? Are you a virgin? Is there any chance that you're pregnant? And of course I'm like, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. The thought of a penis disgusted and still disgusts me, okay? In or around my mouth or other areas, don't, no. Thank you, no. So I was like, no, I'm not pregnant, never had sex, don't plan on it, goodbye, thank you, stop my blood, please. So I told them that I had been bleeding for about 6 months, and this was like, to them, and they had never heard of it, and I don't know why, but, I mean, I feel like I'm not the only person in the world, you know, who's had this happen, like, so I go in, and keep in mind, I was in the waiting room for 2 hours, and then they're like, they call my name, and then I go back there, and I wait again, in another, like, secondary waiting room for, like, 30 more minutes. And then they're like, oh, you can go to this room now. So I go to this room. And I wait for 30 more minutes. And then finally the nurse comes in. She's like, here, take this gown. And we need you to get naked. Now, first of all, I wanted to ask her, why the fuck do you want me to get naked when you're just checking out my pelvic area? Okay, why do I have to take my shirt off and stuff? That's weird. Well, here's this gown. So, okay, the gown was a literal hospital gown where the back is not there, so you can see your ass cheeks and stuff, and you literally, like, tie with a little string. Like, really? 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 So, I do that, and I'm like, okay, I feel totally exposed. And then, you know, the doctor comes in and the nurse comes in, and the gynecologist is like, can you hop up on the table, please? And I'm like, so I get up on the table, and there's this paper on the table. If you've never been to a gynecologist or any doctor, you would know that they have the little fucking, the wax paper that's so unnecessary. And when you're naked, your ass cheeks stick to it. So every time you slide down, the paper scoots up or something weird happens. So she'd be like, slide down. Can you slide down for me? Can you fucking slide down? Fucking slide down, bitch. Like, hold the fuck up. Do you want me to get blood all over your precious paper? Because I will bleed all over everything you love, and you will hate me. Okay, so she gets down there, and she's like, can you please put your feet up in the stirrups? I don't ever want anybody to say that to me ever again. Ever. So I put my feet up in the stirrups, right, and I'm like, okay, now what? You know, I'm so excited that this is happening to me. And so she chooses to have a little friendly conversation with her nurse while they're down there, all around my junk, and I'm bleeding. And I'm like, you want to just put something in there so you don't get any blood on you? So then she's like, alright, well, I'm going to need you to spread your legs. And I'm thinking, no one's ever been down there, let alone me. So why the hell do I want some stranger, like, hey, what's going on? You know, so I'm like, okay, these are my knees, so I'm like, it's good. She literally grabbed my knees and went like this and forced my legs up. It felt a little rapey. I was like, are you gonna buy me dinner first, or do I have to call the police? So she opened my legs, and she's all, poking around, and I'm like, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this. Don't touch me there. I don't let anybody touch me there, okay? I hardly even let my fiance touch me there. Like, and I'm sorry, babe. I mean, I know, you know, I know. But I'm sorry, but I just can't do it. I can't do it, you know, like, I wish I could. I really wish I could, but I cannot, okay? Probably because of this bitch. She probably ruined my whole entire experience of it being touched. So she's all, yes, let's poke it, and open it, and look, and touch, and just, like a video game, like, let's just push all the buttons and see what happens. And I'm thinking, ma'am, I don't want to be rude. You are the professional, but I'm bleeding from the inside, not the outside, so can you just fucking look in there and see if, like, have I cut myself shaving, or have have I ripped the wall of my whatever when I was putting a teapot, or what happened? Can you just speed this up? Like, this took for fucking ever. And then finally she was like, we're gonna have to do an ultrasound. And I'm thinking, oh my, don't only pregnant people have ultrasounds? Like, what the hell is that gonna do? But then I'm like, that might actually be cool. I could, you know, when I get back to school, I could tell my little friends that I had an ultrasound. I've never even had sex before. That's hilarious. So I was like, okay. So I'm expecting her to get out some petroleum jelly and just smear it all over my stomach and just put the little thing on there. And I'm like, alright, let's do this. So then she's like, okay. So she pulls out a metal rod. Okay, it looked like a Harry Potter wand, okay? Like she was about to go Aloha Mora and open my legs and just, you know, so I'm like, what is that? And she's like, oh, we're gonna do an ultrasound of your uterus. I'm like, you're about to put that inside, and so my legs are like closed up real quick, and she's like, can you just, so she gets her nurse friend to just open me up, and she goes, alright, on the count of 3, we're going to put this inside, and we're going to check out your uterus and the lining of your cerebral cortex, which is up here. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're going to check out your plumbing, basically, and see if there's a hemorrhage or a tear, or, you know, she's using all these scary words, and I'm 16, and I'm like, I can hardly put a tampon in there without throwing up, so can you please just, you know, on the count of 3, okay, I'm like, 1, 2, that was literally the sound that happened. She said 1, 2, and it just, and went up in there like fisting almost, okay? I'm having more flashbacks, man, hold on. Okay, she just shoved this shit up in there, just Vic on a stick, okay, for real. I felt like a frickin' kebab, like she was about to roast me. I tasted metal, okay? I'm not exaggerating. It felt like it was right here. And she's like, if you look to your left, you can see on the screen your uterus. And I'm like, I'm gonna pretend I don't, you know, I'm gonna pretend that this is my left and look over here at the chart of the woman's vagina. Okay. That's a vagina. Well, the screen's over here, and I'm like, I don't even want to see what the hell I look like on the inside, let alone the outside, so just keep that over there. So she looked, and I felt her moving it around, like she was trying to rearrange my insides. It's almost like she was playing Operation, but purposefully hitting the metal sides. And I'm sure my nose was lighting up red, because, oh my god! It hurt so bad. So then she pulls it out, and it's not just a, okay, gently. She goes, like, Hadouken, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I literally felt all my innards just on the floor, you know, and she's like, alright, you can get dressed now. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, look, I'm gonna, ma'am, excuse me. What is wrong with me? Well, here's the thing. We couldn't really see what was causing your bleeding, but we're gonna prescribe you birth control and some iron, because you have in fact caused yourself to become anemic. Now, first of all, I wanted to bitch slap this lady into Mars, okay, because I did not make myself anemic. I did not voluntarily go, I think I want to be an anemic person, because that sounds fucking fun. Yeah, let's do that on purpose. Okay, so that was rude. Second of all, birth control. So she wrote me a script for birth control and a script for iron. I don't think you need a script for iron. Maybe I just went and got some iron. But she wrote me a script for birth control, and she was all, if this birth control makes you feel nauseous, feel free to hit me up so we can give you a different birth control. And I was like, okay, I'm never gonna talk to you again because I hate you. Bye-bye. So me and my mom left, and after being there for 5 fucking hours. Now keep in mind, we were waiting to be seen for about 3, but 5 hours later, I still don't know what's wrong with me. They never got back to me. I don't know what was wrong. So I started taking birth control and iron. Now, if you've ever taken iron, you would know that it feels like you're swallowing a metal pellet, and it sits in your throat forever, and it just feels heavy, and it's nasty, and you have to eat with it, but it's gross and ew. And if you've ever taken birth control, you know that that shit is terrible. I mean, it's this big, but it makes you want to throw up, okay? And I took it, and I took it for as long as I could. I didn't take my full script, but I took it for about 2 months, I think, and then I stopped because I was just sick of it. And at that point, I literally had decided I will just bleed to death because I hate taking pills. I don't like this. I don't like it. So I stopped taking the script, and lo and fucking behold, I quit bleeding. And I had stopped bleeding on birth control, don't get me wrong, but I stayed stopped. And I didn't bleed again, and I was so happy. And from then on, now it's been about 9 years since I was 16, so from then on, I have not bled every month. I bleed every 3. Now you may be thinking, Vic, you are one lucky motherfucker. You don't bleed every month, you only bleed every 3 months. Yes, but when I do bleed, it is heavy. And it reminds me that I have the wrong anatomy and I hate myself. So don't get me wrong, I still get dysphoric. And it's like those 2 months that I was in, you know, non-menstruation bliss are taken away by the fact that I have this heavy-ass thing going on, you know, for a week. So, anyway, all that being said, that was my gyno story. I don't ever want to tell it again, so if you ever want to see it again, you literally just watch this video again and again. But yeah, that was my gyno story. I never want to go back. I'm never gonna go back. Yeah. So, I hate periods just as much as the next guy. And, I was kind of making this video just to say you're not the only one. If you're a trans guy and you still get your menstruation, it's okay. Because I do too. A lot of guys still get it, and a lot of guys still have it, and they hate it. We all hate it. I mean, who doesn't hate bleeding out of their lower area? I mean, I know plenty of girls that get it and they fucking hate it. Like, everyone fucking hates it. It's stupid, it's irrelevant, I don't understand, but it happens. So, I'm just here to say, like, it'll stop eventually. You know, it'll get better, it'll stop. Just kind of tough it out. And, you know, until then, you can tell yourself that you're a fucking superhero because you can bleed for 7 days or however many days you have yours and not die. So, you're awesome. So, anyway, I just kind of want to make this video as an encouragement and as a kind of a story to embarrass the fuck out of myself. Just to remind you that you're not the only one, and there's plenty of other people out there who have this experience, and you're not alone. So don't feel alone, because you're not. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next XY Chronicles or video I make. Side note, I'm still transferring a lot of video game stuff over, so that's why I haven't really been making regular videos. I'm also, be on the lookout, me and my fiance are probably going to start making some videos together, because we're cute and I can't resist us not being on the internet. So we're going to start making videos together, but that'll probably be in the near future. As for now, I'm still trying to move my games over, so I haven't really been making videos. But I do want to be making videos frequently, so I'm going to be doing that. So just stay tuned for more stuff. You can hit that subscribe button, or you can make it to where you get alerted whenever I post a video or something. That would be cool too. But anyway, so just stay tuned for my new stuff, and until then, you guys stay cool. And remember, you're not alone in this, and I'm still here suffering with you. So, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!